Hi, I'm Carl and welcome to Knack 3D Designs. In today's episode, we're going to go ahead and assemble our two belt rollers for our belt printer. So let's get started. In this installment, we're going to go ahead and assemble our rollers. For that, you will need your two 16-inch long pieces of 3-inch, 1/8-inch wall aluminum tubing. You will need your two pieces of 1/2-inch stainless steel rod. It has to be just under 520 millimeters. You got a bit of play with that, but try to get as close to 520, but stay under it. You will need your two end caps and centerpiece for each roller. You will need your roller jig. You'll need a rubber mallet, some JB Weld, something to mix it with, and I use this piece of 2-inch PVC and a cap. We'll need that to drive the center support down in here. Just about anything will work, but this worked really well. So to start off, we're going to go ahead and mix up some JB Weld. Now the first thing I did was I took one of my rods and my jig and I slid my rod down and I marked where the top edge is. Because once we slide this down on here, that's where it's going to sit. So I want to put a little bit of JB Weld right here above that line so that it pushes up into here to help hold that in place. And then we're also going to take and put a bead of JB Weld all the way around. I'm going to put it all the way around this lip right here, so that when it presses into the tube, it just seals it in place and holds it. As you can see, just slopped on some JB Weld around the edge. It doesn't have to be perfect. I may even smooth that out just a little bit, because it's not going to need that much. Now I'm going to go ahead and set that in there like that. Actually, I can take and I can set this on here like so. And we're just going to tap it down with a rubber mallet. Now I advise doing this somewhere on a concrete floor or a floor you don't value, because you're going to drive till you feel it hit the floor. That's where you'll stop. If you want, you can go ahead and wipe away the excess JB Weld. I just kind of smear it down flush, like so. Now I'm going to go ahead and put my JB Weld on this edge right here. Now I've got that. I'll take one of my... Alright. As you can see, JB Weld smeared nice on that inside lip. Now I'll take my... And you can't see it. I'm going to move all of this forward a little bit. Now I'll take my tube, I'll slide it down over and try and get it centered on that ring. Now it's pushed up flush against the line. Now I'm just going to wipe away any JB Weld that oozed out the corners to the side there. And I'll check that one more time. Make sure it's down flush. And that appears to be on there pretty good. And that's why I want to make sure that rod didn't back up. It's still flush on the bottom. Now next step will be to put in our centering ring. This just keeps that rod from wobbling in the middle. What I usually do is I usually just smear a little bit of this as far down as I can on the rod so that it goes through it at some point and pushes it along with, just to help hold it in place. And I'll hammer that down as far as I can with this. Now on the side of my tube, I did mark 8 inches up, so when this gets to here, I know I'm pretty much in the center. Now that's pretty close when you figure the thickness of it. Half of that, it looks like I'm pretty much dead center on there. And all that pounding has even pushed this down tighter. I'll go ahead and wipe out that ooze. And now last thing we need to do is we need to go ahead and wipe a little bit on right here, just above the top of the tube basically, so when it comes down it grabs and pushes it with it. And we'll also apply another thin film right here. Now, there you go. There is one roller completed. Now, if you have a lathe, which I do, I recommend you put this in your lathe and just give it a light turn down to make sure it's true. If you don't have a lathe, most people at least have a cordless power drill. Lock this thing in your power drill and take a nice sandpaper and just kind of smooth this out, get any rough edges off of this. I mean, this is extruded aluminum tube, so it's going to have a few imperfections in it. The smoother and nicer you can get this, the better your belt's going to track. If anybody ever decides to produce this, I'm sure they'll make nice turned down aluminum tubes, and that will eliminate a lot of issues. But for now, this is a quick, easy way you guys can do this at home and make a nice roller. Now all you're going to do is repeat all these steps again for the other tube, and you'll have your rollers. Alright, so that wraps up today's episode. Now remember, if you like what I'm doing here, subscribe to the channel, ring the bell for updates. If you'd like to help support this build or future projects, there is a PayPal me link and an Amazon wishlist link in the description below. Thank you for watching, and we'll see you soon.